Hello crafty friends, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to do some more background busting, and I've got 4 backgrounds here that I made in my 25 ways with watercolour pencil video at the start of the month. If you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link in this video's description. I've chosen a greeny blue palette to work with today, and I'm going to try to create some masculine cards, and by masculine I mean the kind of designs that stereotypically might appeal more to men, but they may well just appeal to anyone. I hope you don't mind the sound of the rain on the roof. I find it quite soothing, but if it's annoying, do let me know. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm thinking I can get 2 cards out of this. And what I'm going to do is tape these together. I've got 2 identical size stitched rectangle panels here. So I'm going to make sure they're lined up properly. So I've got my acetate grid here. This is divided into thirds. I made this in my first rule of thirds video. So if you want to know more about that, check out that video. And I'm going to place these backgrounds on top where they'd be on my card blank. And I'm going to mark 1/3 of the way down from the top and 1/3 of the way up from the bottom. And then I'm going to line up those marks and slice. And I'll just erase that. So now I've got 2 lots that can be joined together like that. So I've got some double-sided tape here, and I'm going to use it to stick these together. So on these 2, I want to put some kind of coffee ring or paint can rings, and I'm thinking a nice brown, maybe a dark brown walnut stain. I'm going to colour this, try and get a fairly even coat on my mixed media paper here, the same paper I used to cut this, which was the same paper I used to make the backgrounds on. So those are cut out. I think they'll sit nicely on there. Yeah, happy with that. This one has some little dots in it. It goes with that. So I'm going to keep those in there for now so I don't lose them. I want to add some stitched strips along the seam where the 2 pieces of card meet on each card. And I'm going to colour some paper with bundled sage and then die cut that out, because bundled sage was one of the watercolour pencil colours that I used to make the background with. There we go, 3 strips that should coordinate. Only need 2 though, I think. So I've got some leaf dies that I'm thinking of cutting out of this matte rose gold / copper colour. Before I die cut it though, I'm going to pop it on some 1mm thick double-sided adhesive foam. Right, let's get this going. I'm going to dip my strip here into some PVA glue and lay it across there, and I'll snip off the overhang in a minute. To add glue to the back of my little die cut here, I'm going to use my glue dotter to dot some glue on the back. There is a video on how to make one of these. It's linked in this video's description. So that can sit on there like, whoops, no it can't. There we go, that can sit on there like that. Stay there. I've taken all the little bits out of that one, and I want to stick it there, but I think it's going to get a bit lost. I need something else underneath it, and the same will probably be true for the other one. I'll stick this bit down. To back these, to give them a little bit more solidity, I'm going to pop them on vellum and cut them out with scissors. Yep. I think I like that better. Not sure, but I think that leaf can go on there so it sweeps that way. And that leaf can go on there. To turn these into stickers so they're sticky all over the back. I'll run them through my Xyron machine. That way you won't see the adhesive through the vellum. I actually think I might put this one on here. I think it works better on that open circle. And that one, yeah, I think I like that. And we can get these little dots out of here. In fact, I'm going to create some more dots using this die and this leftover bit of inked up paper, and I'll run that through my die cutting machine. Got a nice little crop of brown dots. I'm just adding some matte gel medium, dotting it around and about, and I'll pick these up with my little wax tip doodah and stick them on. Right, I've mounted those on card blanks now, and I'm going to stamp the sentiments directly onto the cards. I've chosen a best of luck sentiment and a new home sentiment because I asked my daughter what kind of cards she thought they might be, and she said maybe new job, new home, that kind of thing. So I think we'll go with that. So I opened my card up and put it in my stamp positioner, and I hold it in place with magnets. And get that on nice and straight. I'm going to have to put my head over, and I'm going to try bundled sage. I can always go over it with walnut stain if I think it needs to be darkened a little. Yeah, I think I like that, that's fine. I've used that tiny little dot die to cut out some dots in the rose gold because I just feel that it needs a smattering of those amongst the walnut stain. Right, that's those two cards finished. Really happy with those. I'm actually going to do these in another video, I think, because this one has gone on long enough. This took longer than I anticipated. So if you're interested in seeing what becomes of these, do subscribe and ring the notification bell because there will be a video soon with these in it. And I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some ideas of things you can do with your own backgrounds and dies, etc. You obviously don't need to have the same supplies as I've got. You could do this kind of thing with any colour background, any other elements, any sentiments. I think it's quite a nice way of getting a 2-for-1 card. Right, thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.